Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop of positivity. I'm telling you, a better card sequence couldn't have come up. This feeling the world and willing release. Now what this means to me is we feel as a collective what's going on. How can we help, heal, connect, lend a helpful ear or word to somebody, but also ourselves, kind of like that deep dive internally, like what do I need to do for myself? And intuitively we're going to know about this. Be ready, trust this intuition and know things are coming. For a lot of you guys, it's going to be creativity. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. Are you doing that? Your beautiful creative insights, whether you write, whether you sing, dance, act, whatever it is, let it be the thing that fills your day the most because it brings you joy, it's sustenance, it's going to help you shine and beam and be part of this brightest, biggest world, right? And I must say, I've known that since I've been young, that's one of the things that society, teachers, parents try to kind of like dissuade us from, because it is a risky trail at the beginning. There is rejection. There's very few people that just go out and, head to Broadway or Hollywood or to Simon and Schuster and they're like, here's my book, here I am. And they're like, oh, okay, here you go. Here's your stardom. Let's start today. There are trials and there are tribulations, but we have to know. Like for myself, I remember when I first started making jewelry, I really didn't know how to promote or list it. This was years ago, and I would literally be walking down the street and people would be like, oh, can I have your email, or can I just buy that right now? And I would legit, when I was at the cafes, people would buy stuff I was wearing right off me, and I realized, okay, I have to formulate like a business plan. So I started with Etsy, so on. We have to start somewhere, and we also have to realize that sometimes there's not going to be this crazy instant gratification. We can feel what has real meaning and purpose to us, and if we don't give up on it, it starts to shine brighter and brighter. And know that nothing is supposed to be about instant gratification in the creative process, right? Like, you ever start a painting and you feel like, oh, I have to finish this today because I need to see what it's going to be. I like when I start a painting and I'll do like a third of it and then I'll leave it and then I'll see something different in it the next day. That's part of it, really feeling your way. But a willing release is saying, let's get rid of our limitations. Let's release it all. Let's release our burdens of who anybody might label us as, whether it's at work and family, whatever. Let's release any pain or hardship, like by taking on other people's problems. We don't need to. We can have a healthy detachment and feel good about us. Really take a hard kick at creating something from nothing but your imagination. I love to do that when I go outside. It helps me. Like, for instance, I just looked at these long blades of grass and we have these Easter lilies coming in and all these little tiny flowers, and I thought, I could weave that into a crown so easily, or a bracelet, all these long grasses. And I'll probably do that later. And when I do that, like, the turkeys come in and all the animals come, and when I'm just handling and doing things in nature like that, it's very grounding. Just think about things, ponder, stop, allow yourself that time, slow down and just observe. What would you like to create if you could do anything today and you could have the resources? What would that be? Sometimes I love things that are just totally nature made, like making a sandcastle with shells and rocks. That's so satisfying, isn't it? And we don't even care when we're young that the tide is going to wash that away. It's something we created from just natural elements. That's why I love like braiding flowers and twigs and grasses into certain things, because it changes color as it's, as it starts to, the green goes to gold to brown to all these colors, and it's amazing. That's why I love those leaves that are semi-exposed to the sun, where a leaf can look like it's lived 5 different lifetimes, right? You'll have those singed edges where the sun just like got to it, but then the shaded is a deep dark green, and then you have different shades of green and gold and yellow. It's so wonderful, like that kind of creative process. But have the willing release that we have to do what we did before, or we have to promote or produce, or that we have to be something or seem some certain way. Let's release it all and just be in your purest state. What's going to make you feel good? What do you want to create? What do you want to move towards? That's more helpful in taking the first step. That's all we have to do. And I feel like as humans, we have to be careful not to overwhelm ourselves and think we need it all in some golden chalice, right? We just one step. What do I want to do for myself today? I want to have more flexibility. I will stretch while I'm sitting down from side to side. I'll feel my arms and move them around, all of that. And I will remember when I'm bending over to pick something up, like how flexible I can be, and stretch your toes. Simple little things, and then you'll find yourself accruing these kind of like little bonus points of healing and helpful and release. Because release is anything that can also trigger you. Like something comes in, you see somebody on. Like I have this weird trigger within me on, funnily enough, with like the Kardashian culture and all of that. I get really depressed when I think people get promoted and rewarded for just being so ridiculously like extra or commercial. It bothers me. And then I think, why? If these people on this earth, if they want to reach for that, and that's their holy grail, let them have it. That's their avenue and what they do. It's like one of those things where I think the next generation, and then I start to see people, that look all the same, and they're kind of like carbon copies. But the thing is, we all go through these phases, right, where we want to fit in or look a certain way, and then we come out the other side and we realize what's truly important. So I have to release that, like to each his own, that kind of energy. And when we have that, we reach a different kind of understanding with ourselves, that we are chartering our own course, we get to do what we want, it doesn't matter. And that all the things that we thought were important, when we were teenagers and growing up, whether it was presenting ourselves a certain way, having a certain car, having a certain look, that it really kind of just fades into the ethers. And now this new generation, with all this technology and information at their fingertips, will see the world a different way. Like, how can we be more agriculturally based and help one another and, contribute to healing and helping the earth as well. But just release everything, the pain, the regret, the anxiety, everything. Just let it all go. Picture it vaporizing. I love to actually write those words down on paper and tear them up and just put them in a basket. Like goodbye anxiety, goodbye overthinking, goodbye ego, goodbye all of that. And then hello, right? Hello, feeling the world, seeing the day, experiencing creativity, having joy, laughter, all of those things, and fill that basket with those whole things. That's why I love scripting so much. I feel like it's instrumental in our growth process of really recognizing what gives us meaning, what brings us joy, and moving towards that daily with a little simple tweak, right? Because again, we are very conditioned to like our comfort zones, and this is us jumping out of that and going, forget the comfort zone. I'm not learning, stretching, or growing there. So how can I have access to this release and really feel the world and new people and kindred spirits? And that's what you're working towards. So you guys, that is your daily pop. Love and light.